Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button, also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit that bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo, and the Patreon family. We are working. Now, I was born ready. Canelo Alvarez and Golovkin had a great fight. I was there live, covered as media for you guys, and the rematch was immediately talked about. However, there was a catch. Canelo said that he's not fighting anymore for the rest of this year, which would rule out like a late December fight, something like that. He says he wants to fight on the quote-unquote Mexican dates, which we know as Cinco de Mayo in May, Cinco de Mayo weekend, and also Mexican Independence Day weekend, which is in September. And Canelo did an interview with ESPN Deportes. Shout out to them. And this is a direct quote from Canelo. He says, "It's up to Golovkin. It's up to them if they want to make a deal for the rematch. I'm in for the tiebreaker. We have to negotiate. We're ready. It's my priority for May." So he's not talking about fighting a tune-up and then fighting in September. According to Canelo in this interview with ESPN, he's saying it's his priority. He's down. We got to negotiate the terms and the purses and all the particulars. I'm sure judging would be a huge portion because there are a lot of people who thought Golovkin like visibly won and was robbed. I gotta say this, and I apologize because I was supposed to rewatch it and rescore it. I still have never done it, but I gotta say this. I still remember the fight, and I have seen highlights. I just haven't sat down after being there live and watching the full 12 rounds. I haven't sat back at home and watched from start to finish, but I have looked at highlights, and I remember what I seen when I was there. And bottom line is, to me, Adelaide Bird's piss poor scorecard, which we all should be able to agree that no fighter deserved 10 rounds in that fight. It was just too close. You know what I mean? It was too close and competitive for either fighter, in my opinion, to have won 10 rounds clean. And I think that overshadowed what Canelo was doing in there and how close it was, because at the eye test, there's certain, and credit to Golovkin, he's a veteran. He has a lot of experience. Part of his style makes it easy to sway the judges because he's right there in front of you. He's like a goddamn Terminator. You close your boots, give them to me. Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's like some kind of T-800 cyborg or something. He just keeps coming. So you look at that. You got to learn how to effectively score. It's about effective aggression. But a lot of people don't know how to actually score, so they're just looking at a guy in front of you. He's not on Queer Street and like buckling, and you know what I'm saying, and he's tough. And on top of that, he's throwing punches, but it's more than meets the eye with that particular fight. So I definitely think the rematch needs to happen. And the reason I say more than meets the eye is because Golovkin was reduced to jabbing. All that pressure, and he couldn't really get off great combinations. Canelo had the harder and more effective combination punches, the more flush shots, without a doubt in my mind. Now, the difference, and this is where Canelo would need to sharpen up, is Golovkin was pressuring, was putting on a good jab, a very good jab, and he was working, seemingly working harder, where Canelo was doing the better work in singles and shots and combinations, but he wasn't working full 3-minute rounds. That's why this fight became very hard for some people to judge. So Canelo's gonna have to pick his spots better and really try to drive Golovkin back, like take a stand and, you know what I mean, deal with that, because it gives the impression that the other person is winning. You know what I mean? When you're pressuring, and it looks like you're working and conditioned to work for a full 3-minute rounds for 12 rounds versus Canelo, who looked spotty and definitely showed signs of fatigue. So I think the tiebreaker needs to happen, but again, there's more than meets the eye. Another thing that's very telling, in 12 rounds for a guy who's the boogeyman like Golovkin, he landed 8 body shots. That shows me something. That shows me that Golovkin was fearful of the return. You know what I mean? When he's fighting Marco Antonio Rubio, who has power but doesn't have the skill and technique and defense of a Canelo. When he's fighting Dominic Wade, he looked different. He looked different in those fights. So you got to give credit to Canelo. There was actually things he was doing in there and that's what happens when you step up to elite level competition. It made Golovkin what he normally does and normally is successful with. It makes it harder to execute, because even the David Lemieux fight, Golovkin looked better in the David Lemieux fight, and he looked way more dominant than he did versus Canelo, and that's because Canelo has a good defense. But I think Golovkin paid Canelo too much respect early in the first 3 rounds. He was very cautious. When he had Canelo on the ropes, he didn't go for broke like he normally would against a lesser opponent, and it just shows you the technique and skill. And I do believe Golovkin was fearing the return, and he was fearing the counter punching, which is why he only landed 8 body punches. But in previous fights, he looked like a phenomenal body puncher. Matthew Macklin, he knocked him out with the body shot. So, you know what I mean? Rubio, he was looking like a great body puncher. But Canelo is a beast. But again, no matter who you had it, I don't think either guy deserved 10 rounds in that fight. And I think Canelo's performance was overshadowed from him fatiguing, and more importantly, Adelaide Bird's scorecard. So I'll watch it again at some time. Boxing's just been too lit. I haven't really had time. I haven't gave myself the time to slow down and rewatch the fight. But nonetheless, the May fight needs to happen. Don't wait till September, because, you know what I mean, Golovkin, if they wait, even if they fight in May, Golovkin will probably be 36 by that point, because I think he has a birthday within the first couple of months of the year. Don't quote me on that, I'm not positive, but the longer you wait, the more is really going to favor Canelo. So get that out of the way soon, and let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video's Ego signing out. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.